Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to RiME. Oh, it's a good job I stopped when I did, because there was a cutscene. Are you two friends? Don't step on him. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. We needed him to make a show. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We needed him to make a shadow for the big door. What was with the yelling? So I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I don't like it when puzzle games are... they don't give you enough direction. And it brought to mind this game I've been playing recently. Called... what was it called? It's called something like Canarium. Something like that. A very nice game. I mean, you know, made well, looks pretty good. But it's a puzzle game. And it's a puzzle game with barely any direction. Now, in and of itself, I don't mind that. You know, it's... I don't mind it when a puzzle game doesn't hold your hand. Like this game, for example, it's not specifically holding your hand, but it is... it is most definitely, it's guiding you. It's not guiding you directly. It's not saying here is the answer, go do it. It's saying, well, you're moving in this direction. How do you think you could do that? So it's nice and simple like that. Hey, how about that? So I just missed one in the first area, and that's really galling. So anyway, Canarium was a good game. And to be honest, this really just brings to mind I need to start up my little podcast idea. Now we need another orb. Ah, there's one. That'll do. Still doesn't really explain what these things are. But anyway, yeah, so Canarium was a good game, but the puzzles were really obtuse. Like, I spent 20 minutes wandering around this one area because in the previous area I had unknowingly missed an item. Now I could go back to the previous area, so it wasn't a problem, but there was no indication of where the item was, and I didn't know that I'd missed it in the previous area, so I spent the whole time in the second area looking for the item because there was no clue that it wasn't where I was looking. And that's one of the problems I often find, especially with indie puzzle games, is that they don't always explain what you need to do so fully. I mean, I believe this is by an indie developer. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. I think I'll take you. Whoa. Are we killing these things? Because whilst I get that they're evil, I'm not so fond of the whole killing thing. Besides, they might not be evil, they could just be desperate. I don't know. But it's one of those strange things about puzzle games is you really have to... oh dear. You okay? So you go across a thin bridge over a precipice. You you feel your butt clench. You know, you immediately think, okay, let's be careful now, especially with his size. Ah, yes. Here we go. Yay! Yeah, I couldn't save him. I tried. You know, I said before, but this place has a very Laputa feel. You know, the decaying technology. Oi, where are you going? Oi, hey, we got the... oh, for God's sake. This is what happens when you give robots a mind of their own. Come back here. Yeah, puzzle games. I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 on the whole thing, because on the one hand, you don't want to hold people's hand, but at the same time, you really have to give people directions. It was one of the things that really pissed me off about, how the hell do you pronounce it? It's called Elusis or something like that. I talked about it in my best worst 2014 games, and it was the most annoying game of the set. Mostly because it was a puzzle game that gave no direction, and I had to look up a guide for the entire thing. When you have to look up a guide for the beginning of a puzzle game, they haven't really thought it through. You know? Excuse me. And you really feel that, like, I mean, that was one of the things that I liked about Penumbra, is that whilst there wasn't, strictly speaking, any direction, you could easily identify the items that you could use because they glowed. They, you know, there was a very clear indication of what was usable, what wasn't usable, and then once you had that sort of list of what was and wasn't usable, you could, ooh, very nice, you could then, you know, once you had all the items in an available area, you could then use logic to deduce which items were usable where. Nope, that didn't do it. So, wait, what? So I need to... So can I do it from here, maybe?
Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa. Wow.
That's good to see I can do that. Okay. Ah-ha. Nope. Nope, okay, that doesn't work. So I need to keep working on that. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Hum. Hum, 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 hum. Apparently we can go up here. That's cool. I'm fine with that. No idea what's up here, but I'm sure we'll work it out. Am I even supposed to, like, go up here, or is this like a secret thing, or wee? So, I mean, how you approach a puzzle game is obviously you have to be careful with it, because I played a lot of puzzle games that give you no direction. Now, I was eventually able to solve the Canarium game. Was it Canarium? I think it was called Canarium. Or it's a word like that. And I'll be honest, the story was a little confusing. That's another thing you've got to be careful about in a video game, is that how you describe the story. Just because you understand it doesn't mean everybody else does. I mean, I don't want to be too critical. I know it's hard to make a video game. Trust me, I've tried several times. I'm currently trying again at the moment. Whoa, okay. Wait, what the fudge? How? But... oh, for God's sake. I'm assuming you've got to go over here. Here we go. So I'm assuming, I think, yes, well done. The real problem going to be, do I need 2 of them? So that works for that. But how am I going to get him across to the other thing if the ball's up there? Or it could be, maybe I could use this. Yeah, actually I'm thinking this is the case. He's still on that switch. Yes! That'll work nicely. That was weird how I went up that... Ooh. These things don't connect properly. It's very confusing. Yes. Do it. Presumably that'll bring them to life again? I assume? I don't know. Judging by the music, judging by how the music has just started up, that's probably the case. He's going to be very happy with me. I hope. Live, my children! I really hope we just didn't do something very bad. I mean, what the hell are they gonna do? Okay. I guess we're going this way now. See, you've got to be careful with this stuff. I mean, you bring a race into existence like this and you do all kinds of damage to the ecosystem. Who knows? They all look like they're drunk. I mean, not that I blame them. They've been unconscious for a long time. Clearly. Based on how the moss is all over them. Still. I guess we did a good thing. I mean, what do they do? Essential work and maintenance? Oh good, look, you're standing in the right place finally. Whee! So are you just gonna stand around here or are you following us? Okay, fine, we're all going down here apparently. Yay! Is this where the black creatures decide to swarm us and kill everyone except me? You're off up there, are you? Fair enough. I'm assuming by the sound of the music we did a good thing, but where the hell they're going, I've no idea. Oh hey, look, we're back in the tower already. Hard to believe we've come all the way up from there. Well, I guess we're on to the next area. Does that feel slightly anticlimactic to you? I mean, okay, we brought all the machines to life. I'm assuming that's a good thing. I guess he agrees. I don't know. This is the kind of odd thing about this game is we're doing a lot of stuff, but we don't specifically know why. I am wondering. Huh. In fact. Oh, I wonder if. Oh, I've just had a thought. Okay. I'm going to explain the thought before I continue. We had the island in the first one. See, yeah, this is what my friend said to me. Remember how a couple of episodes I said this game may involve trace amounts of time travel? Well, what if it is? What if the islands we're seeing are the same island each time, but at a different point in time? So, like, the first island, it was kind of an abandoned, sort of tropical paradisey type place. Oh no, not the water world. Oh, fuck. I told you it was going to happen. But yeah, so like the first one in the place, and then it turned into a desert after being sort of semi-colonized. And then at the end of it, we destroyed the bird creature and released the black monsters. Or whatever the hell they were. And then in this one, the black monster turned evil, and now we've released the stone things. And so it now depends if the stone things are now in the next world. This is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if that is the case. Oh, hello. I mean, I could be barking up completely the wrong tree here. Hi. So they're not the same person, they're related. But I still say the time travel thing could be a thing, couldn't it? So is it like his older brother or something? I just thinking about the 3 levels we've had so far, it does seem like, you know, you had the first one, then the second one, you released the black creatures, or whatever the hell they were. But then in the third one, the black creature did, like, turned evil. And, oh my god. I mean, again, I could be wrong. This is interesting. So I suppose we had the plant world, we had the desert world, fire. Then we had, I don't know, actually no, wouldn't the plant world have been, I don't know. I'm trying to work out what the next world's going to be. Because there's clearly 5 based on those collectible things. Where are we going? Thank you. Thank you, Wilson. I'm guessing you gotta go off somewhere else now. I mean, the fact that they've actually come into this other world, I was not quite expecting. Anyway, it's a bit wet here. I feel right at home. What the hell? So the person follows the fox past the black creatures and the robots. No? Wonder if maybe I could. That's curious. See, now I've got this theory in my head. I'm just sort of waiting to see if it's substantiated or blown apart. Oop, nope, not that way. I will say this rain effect looks fantastic. I mean, look at that. It looks really wet. Oh, hello. Oh, who the hell is that? I don't know, but he looks very depressed. Well, that could just be because he's out in the rain. I mean, I'd look like that if I was forced to sit out in the rain all day long. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, they seem to be ignoring me now. So first I helped them, then they tried to kill me, now they're ignoring me. I'm assuming this is all going to be explained at some point. Oh, hello. Come here. Oh, hello. We're back. Get the feeling I'm going to regret this, but okay. Why is the music just rendering? What the hell? They turn themselves into doors? I was not expecting that. So wait, they are going to turn themselves into doors to allow me to continue. Is that how this is going to work? Okay. Well, this just got weird. I am so thoroughly confused right now. I got so many thoughts and theories bouncing around in my head. I could be wrong about the time travel thing. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So anyway, I'm afraid we're going to have to stop it there for now because we're completely out of time for this episode. Actually, look at the rain effects. That is lovely. Just see it running down the rocks and everything. Sorry, anyway, yeah. I need to end the episode. So, thank you all for watching, everybody. Please remember to like, to comment, and to subscribe. All the usual good stuff, as I always say at the end of every episode. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!